give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life and then the ape in. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle.
If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah. Hey. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. 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 Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big bag plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big bag plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Cross move quick like AI. Chain shine bright like daytime. Stack big bread like waist high. I don't do lanes. Little watch out like 2 chains. I done swerved in a new lane. Bang at the crit, do things. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big bag plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big bag plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah, no it ain't, no it. They ain't talking cash, so I did the race. NASCAR with the pace, feed you water on the chain. Get no love where I ain't from. When I'm on the beat, I make it thumb. I need that bread like every crumb. Came up from nothing, made a sum. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big bag plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't. Big bag plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Ay, 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 ay.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. It's the first weekend of autumn and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Perry. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out. And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago. And you know what he's doing right now? Smiling? Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. And the kick by Butker is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it? It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better. I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence. See what happens.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play. And a big loss here as he's taken down. 2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing. A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now we give to Taylor. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half. Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do? Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run. Looking to throw. Perry. He's going to rifle one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays,
That's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Off play action. Perry. Hard throw, incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Z.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Off the play fake. Perry. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Off play action. Perry. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And going deep for Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Finding room inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. 2 really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to let it go again. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Now let's go. Green 30.
To throw on third down. Perry. He sets up the screen to Jones. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Leopard. Here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And a short return to the 6-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. Mahomes, the first-year starter, moving the Chiefs right down the field. It's 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Left. Slow.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Off the play fake. Perry. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
Leopard. Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos are in for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now, and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. I think it's intercepted.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing on 1st down. Perry. Going for the deep ball. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Off play action. Perry. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll go option to the short side. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Perry sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. In for the score. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Green, 39. Green, 39.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins, for the Kansas City first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, Their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Chiefs on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Working from the gun, Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Mahomes going deep here for Stills. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. On 1st and 10, Perry. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
On 1st down, Perry. Forced out to his left. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Perry escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Perry. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 4th down, Perry. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Final shot before the half for Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this
you're
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On first down, Mahomes. He's going to try and go deep again. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And now here comes Kansas City. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Mahomes. He's going to go up top again. And now here's another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught at the 8th. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can...
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Sewer Cravens in there to get him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Mahomes going to throw. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 9, and just like that, it's third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Left.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
Off play action. Perry. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there at 22. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
319! 319!
He'll get it up the middle. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Set! Green!
On 3rd down, that's Taylor. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos continue to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And now here comes Kansas City. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now here's Mahomes. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Hey, alert 3. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Well, Mahomes just can't get away, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Denver score. A big play there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos add on. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming. Right on top of them. And Denver getting set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see. On second and short.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Off the play fake. Perry. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Let's go. Taylor. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Right back to him on first down. Fighting ahead at the 15. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now Jones. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Barney.
They come out here in the eye. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Broncos continue to pour it on.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. This is Ajayi. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
No, check, Patriot.
A first throw for the backup Jackson, being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention to.
And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
3-19. Detroit! Gone!
throwing on first down. Perry. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Marquette King now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
The ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10.
Now, Barney! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sewer Cravens in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now it's Jackson. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. Going deep here for Watkins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who have gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Rolling to his right. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. He got 29 yards that time.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory right at the 40.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
Off play action. Perry. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football.
Right,
really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Gun!
Off the play fake. Perry. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Back to throw. Perry. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The Chiefs on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Jackson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. all right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
All right, here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. Spinning away. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now here comes Kansas City. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 28. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Off play action. Perry. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yes, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Eluding the pressure right. And a loose football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option. Taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. And he'll take it across midfield to the 6-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. Off the play fake. Perry. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Will Parks. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Broncos, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.